I saw a face in the mirror at school, now they are watching me. Faces in the mirror.
Something sinister hides behind the mirrors, and 16-year-old Kator is about to find out why. When a face appears in the school bathroom mirror, a face that isn't his, Kator's quiet life as an art-loving boarding student is shattered. Strange messages. Whispers in empty halls. Faces only certain students can see. As the sightings grow and more students come forward, Kator discovers he's not alone. Together, they uncover a buried truth about experiments, disappearances, and a secret society haunting their school's past. But some truths don't want to be found. And some mirrors don't reflect reality. Faces in the Mirror is a chilling Nigerian teen mystery blending art, suspense, and supernatural secrets in a boarding school where not everyone is who they seem, and not everyone can live. Turn the lights down, put your phone on silent, and watch the mirror closely. This is only the beginning.
The faces in the mirrors. The first face. If I had ignored the bathroom mirror that night, maybe everything would have been normal. But no, I had to look. The art room was silent when I packed up my brushes that evening, the smell of paint still thick in the air. My hands were stained with yellow and blue streaks, my shirt looked like a rainbow had exploded on it, and my back ached from crouching in front of the half-finished mural for hours. The boarding school was already quiet, prep time had ended an hour ago, and the generator hummed faintly in the distance. I trudged down the dim hallway toward the boys' bathroom, shoes squeaking on the cracked floor tiles. When I pushed open the bathroom door, the familiar smell of disinfectant and damp walls hit me. The lone fluorescent bulb above the sink flickered weakly, casting weird shadows on the cracked walls. I leaned over the sink, peering into the old mirror above it. My face stared back, sweaty, tired, hair sticking to my forehead. Great, I muttered to myself. Now I look like a tired goat. I rubbed my cheek, checking for dried paint. Then I noticed something wrong. There was someone else in the mirror. My heart stopped. A boy's face stared at me, not mine. His uniform looked faded, the school crest embroidered in an old-fashioned style I'd only seen in yearbooks. His cheeks were hollow, his skin pale like he hadn't eaten in weeks. His lips moved silently, forming words I couldn't hear. I spun around so fast I nearly slipped on the wet floor. The bathroom was empty. When I looked back, it was just me again, and sweaty, paint splattered me, breathing too hard. I splashed cold water on my face, my hands trembling. You're tired, Kate. You're just tired. Too much painting. But as I turned to leave, a whisper curled through the empty bathroom. So soft I almost thought I imagined it. Find the others. My hand froze on the door handle. The bathroom was silent again, but I could feel it, someone, or something, had been in that mirror with me. And they wanted me to find others.
The note under my door. By morning, I almost convinced myself it was a hallucination. Almost. The dormitory was alive with the usual noise, students laughing, shoes clattering against the tiled floor, juniors being yelled at to hurry up with chores. My roommate, Peter, was polishing his shoes while humming some off-key tune. Guy, abeg stop, I groaned, still lying on my bed. You sound like a dying goat. Peter grinned. I tried to laugh, to act normal, but my mind kept replaying the boy's hollow eyes, the whisper. And then something slid under our door with a soft squeak. Peter bent to pick it up. Love letter this early. No what for you, Kator. Which babe they rush you like this? Give me that. I snatched the crumpled paper. For words were scrawled in messy handwriting.
If you've seen them, meet us tonight. Behind the old library, midnight.
No name. No explanation. My stomach tightened. Whoever wrote this knew. Peter was still grinning. Secret admirer confirmed. But if senior prefects catch you sneaking out, they'll flog you till you beg for Jesus. I forced a laugh and shoved the paper under my pillow. Yeah, sure. But that night, as I lay pretending to be asleep, my heart pounded with anticipation. Who were us? Who else had seen what I saw? I had to know.
Like this. Say it with a thumbs up, share it with your squad, and don't forget to subscribe for more diary tea.
The secret meeting. The school grounds at midnight felt like a completely different world. The usual generator hum was replaced by silence, broken only by chirping crickets and the occasional rustle of leaves. I moved quickly, sticking close to the shadows to avoid the patrolling senior prefects. Every time I thought I heard footsteps, my heart leapt into my throat. The old library loomed at the far end of the compound, its roof half collapsed, vines crawling up its walls like fingers. Two figures stood near the library wall. "Who's there?" I whispered. The taller one stepped into the moonlight.
You're Kator, right? Art club boy.
I nodded, gripping my backpack nervously. She stepped closer. It was Ngozi, SS3, known for being sharp-tongued and fearless. The boy beside her looked half dead from exhaustion, his sunken eyes darting around nervously. Fidelis, also SS3.
If you're still watching, you're officially family. Hit like, tap subscribe, and tell a friend to join us next time.
You got the note.
Ngozi said. You wrote it? I asked. She nodded.
You saw them, didn't you?
I hesitated. The face in the mirror. Fidelis gave a grim nod.
Welcome to the club.
Inside the abandoned library, everything smelled of dust and old paper. The wooden floor creaked under our feet as Ngozi pushed a pile of broken chairs aside to clear space. She moved like someone who had done this before, like this wasn't her first midnight meeting. Fidelis sat at a rickety table, his hands stuffed into his hoodie pockets. I noticed how he kept glancing at the cracked windows, as if expecting someone, or something, to be watching us. Ngozi dropped a thick envelope on the table.
This is what we know.
She pulled out old black and white photos, faded newspaper clippings, and photocopied pages from what looked like yearbooks. I bent closer, my heart racing. The photos showed students from decades ago, serious-faced, standing in neat rows. Some of them looked oddly familiar, like I'd seen them somewhere before. Then I froze. That's him, I whispered, pointing at a boy in one of the photos. His face, hollow-cheeked, eyes dark, was the exact one I'd seen in the bathroom mirror. Fidelis nodded grimly.
I've seen him too. Last term, in the lab window. I thought I was losing my mind until Ngozi found me.
I looked at her. You've seen them too? Ngozi crossed her arms.
First time was last year. After that, I started digging. Every decade, students report seeing them, faces in mirrors, windows, shiny tiles. Most people dismiss it as stress or superstition, but those of us who keep seeing them.
She spread her arms.
We call ourselves the Mirror Society.
Why? I asked.
Because they're stuck.
She said simply.
We call them mirror children.
My skin prickled. Fidelis's voice was low.
The last time this happened, 3 students disappeared. No one talks about it now, but it's starting again. The whispers, the sightings, they're warnings.
My chest tightened. And you think I'm part of this now? Ngozi stared at me, her expression unreadable.
You wouldn't be here if you weren't.
The second face. The next day, I couldn't focus in class. The teachers' voices blurred into background noise as I doodled absent-mindedly in my sketchbook. I'd drawn the boy's face so many times now that I could do it with my eyes closed. But something else kept nagging at me, the whisper. Find the others. By evening, I stayed back in the art room under the excuse of finishing the mural. The smell of paint was comforting, familiar. My brush stroke slowed as the room darkened with the setting sun. That's when I felt it. A sudden chill, like someone had opened a freezer behind me. I turned slowly toward the glass window, my heart already racing. She was there. A girl's face pressed against the glass, pale and terrified, her breath fogging up the surface. Her lips moved frantically. I grabbed my phone, fumbling to record. "Say it again," I whispered. Her mouth formed two clear words this time.
Help us.
Then she vanished. My own reflection stared back at me, wide-eyed and shaking. I played the video immediately. Nothing. Just an empty window. My hands trembled as I shoved the phone into my pocket. Who were they? And what did they want me to help with? The whisper spread. The next secret meeting was bigger. 4 juniors had joined, nervous, whispering, darting glances at every creak of the old library floorboards. We sat in a circle, flashlights casting weird shadows on the dusty walls. "They've started appearing to us too," one of the juniors said shakily. "In the dorm bathroom mirrors, every night." Ngozi paced back and forth.
It's spreading faster than last time. Whatever is happening, we need to figure it out before someone disappears.
Fidelis' fingers drummed nervously on his knee.
Or before we're next.
I swallowed hard, glancing at my sketchbook. I hadn't told them that I'd started drawing faces I didn't even remember seeing, as if my hands were moving on their own. "Maybe they're not dangerous," I said carefully. "Maybe they're trying to tell us something." The girl said, "Help us." Ngozi shook her head.
Or, they are luring us. We don't know what they want.
The room fell silent except for the faint sound of crickets outside. For the first time, I wondered if maybe she was right. The hidden room. A week later, Fidelis burst into the library, out of breath.
I found something.
Hey Legend fam, if you're vibing with this story, don't just watch, own it. Smash that like button, share with your friends, and hit subscribe so you never miss the next juicy story.
He panted. We all looked up.
There's a hidden room behind the mirror in the SS3 girls' bathroom.
He said.
I heard 2 cleaners talking about a storeroom that has been sealed for years. I checked, it's there.
Toby, one of the juniors, groaned.
You expect us to crawl into toilets at midnight? Are you playing?
But we went anyway. The bathroom at midnight was cold and silent, the broken windows letting in a faint breeze. We carefully pried the cracked mirror off the wall, revealing a dark hole big enough to crawl through. Fidelis gestured.
Ladies first.
Ngozi rolled her eyes.
Coward.
One by one, we climbed in, the narrow passageway smelling of dust and old wood. At the end of the tunnel was a locked wooden door, faded and cracked. 4 words were carved roughly into the wood. "Return what you took." The school's darkest secret. Ngozi crouched, pulling a hairpin from her hair. "Where did you learn to pick locks?" I whispered. She smirked faintly.
Don't ask stupid questions.
The lock clicked open after a few tense seconds, and the door creaked as we pushed it inward. The room smelled of rot and mold. Old school records lay stacked in piles, broken trophies littered the floor, and dusty ledgers covered the wooden table. I picked one up, coughing as dust rose. The yellowed pages listed students' names, dates, and strange marks beside some of them. Fidelis' voice was tight.
These are experiment logs.
I looked at him, horrified. What kind of experiment? Ngozi's jaw clenched.
The founder. My grandfather told me rumors they used students for memory research decades ago. Some were sedated for months. Some didn't survive.
Hey Legend fam! If you're vibing with this story, don't just watch, own it. Smash that like button, share with your friends, and hit subscribe so you never miss the next juicy story.
Toby's face went pale.
So the mirror children are them.
As if answering, the cracked mirror on the far wall shimmered, dozens of faces pressed against it, whispering urgently. The warning. The whispers grew louder, more desperate. Return it, return what you took. Ngozi stepped closer.
What? What did they take?
Suddenly, the mirror fogged, and words appeared in condensation. The book. Fidelis looked at the ledger in his hands.
They mean this.
Before anyone could answer, the door slammed shut behind us with a loud bang. The whispers turned into screams. The mirror cracked, black liquid seeping from the edges like ink, spreading across the floor toward us. Toby backed against the wall, trembling.
What is happening?
Trapped. The liquid moved faster, slithering toward our shoes like living shadows. The room felt colder with every passing second, our breaths visible in the air.
They're angry.
Fidelis whispered, his face pale. I grabbed the ledger, my instinct screaming. They want it back. Maybe if we return it. Ngozi's eyes flashed.
We need proof. If we give it to them, we lose everything.
The shadows crawled closer, climbing the table legs. I didn't think. I just shoved the ledger against the mirror. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then the mirror paused, glowing faintly before sucking the book in with a violent gust of wind. The black liquid froze mid-movement, then slowly retreated, seeping back into the mirror. The faces stared silently at us, their whispers fading to nothing. With a soft click, the door unlocked. The headmaster's secret. The next morning, we didn't waste time. Marching into the headmaster's office, Ngozi slammed the photos of the ledger we'd secretly taken onto his desk. He scanned them quietly, his expression unreadable. When we finished explaining everything, he sighed deeply.
You shouldn't have interfered.
My stomach dropped. What do you mean? He stood, slowly closing the blinds.
The founder's research never truly ended.
He said calmly.
Some of us have been keeping certain traditions alive.
Ngozi stepped back, eyes wide.
Hey Legend fam! If you're vibing with this story, don't just watch, own it. Smash that like button, share with your friends, and hit subscribe so you never miss the next juicy story.
You let this happen.
The headmaster smiled faintly.
And now you know too much.
The escape and the truth. Run. I yelled. Fidelis pulled the fire alarm. The blaring siren drowned out our footsteps as we darted past teachers, guards, and confused students pouring into the hallway. Outside the gate, we gasped for breath. Ngozi clutched her bag.
They will bury everything again. We need to act now.
I opened my sketchbook, filled with faces I'd drawn without even realizing. Faces of students who had disappeared over the years.
We're uploading it.
Fidelis said, unlocking his phone.
The sketches, the recordings, the hidden file we found in the principal's drawer, everything.
The next morning, the news was everywhere. Top Nigerian secondary school under fire after student whistleblowers leaked decades of hidden abuse. There were protests. The principal was suspended. Investigations began. Parents stormed the gates. Journalists camped outside. They found a locked room in the abandoned chapel. Inside, student files, a cracked mirror, and a name scratched into the wood over and over again. Edora N, Edora N, Edora N. But no one could explain the whispering that still echoed in the empty bathroom. The final reflection. That night, back in the dorm, I stared at the mirror. Just me. No cracks. No shadows. We did it, I whispered. It's over. I turned to leave. Crack. I spun around. A faint line ran through the center of the glass. Slowly, silently, a pale fingerprint pressed from the inside. Then another. Her voice came in a whisper, faint but clear.
Thank you. But not all of us made it out.
The lights flickered. I ran. Watch out.
Like this? Share it with your squad, and don't forget to subscribe for more Diary Tea.
Messages written